This video will show office staff how to manage attendance on MyED BC. Before we start, it's important to know that teachers are expected to post their attendance on MyED BC by 9:15 in the morning. Teachers have 4 choices when posting attendance. The default choice is present, which indicates, of course, that the child is there at school in the class in front of the teacher. Teachers can choose to mark a child late, which they do if the child arrives after the first bell rings, but before they post their attendance. Teachers can choose to mark a child absent if the child is not in class and the teacher does not know where that child is. And finally, teachers can choose to post absent excused, which means that the child is not in class, but the teacher knows where they are. When they post absent excused, they will choose between one of 3 options. Absent excused illness, which means that the child is at home or somewhere with an adult and that they're ill. Absent excused vacation, which means that the child is on vacation. And absent excused parent excused, which means that the child is away from school and with a parent or another adult, usually doing something like an orthodontist appointment or maybe a hockey tournament or something like that. Once a teacher posts their attendance, they cannot change it. Any changes that need to be made after they've posted their attendance, such as late arrivals or changing an absent to an absent excused, needs to be done in the office. Your first step will be to verify that all of the teachers have posted their attendance. Now you're going to go up and open the Attendance tab. And from there, you need to go over to the side and make sure that you are in Class Office. Once you're in Class Office, you're going to go up to Reports, click on the Reports, and you're going to run the BC Class Attendance Post Verification. That's going to give you a pop-up that looks like this. Make sure that if you're doing morning attendance, you select AM, and if you're doing PM attendance, you would select PM. And run the report. And this is going to give you a record of the teachers who have not yet posted. You can see did not post. So those are the teachers you would now contact to make sure they know they need to get their attendance post into you so that you can run the rest of your procedures. Once you've been able to verify that all teachers have posted their attendance records, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to run a report that will show you which students are marked absent without reason. These are the kids who you need to know where they are and have the callback parents call their families. So you're going to go to Reports again, click Reports, and the report you're going to run is that very first one, BC Class Attendance Call Sheet. So click on that. You'll get a pop-up window. Probably easiest to choose to run the report by homeroom, and then click Run. And you'll see you get a report now that gives you the names of the students, their homeroom, their parent's name, a number of phone numbers you can call, and the code A, which means that the teacher does not know where that student is, but they're not in class. Those are the ones that need to be given a call. Now you're going to update all of those absences from the callback sheet. You're going to make these changes here in the daily code column. Please note that when you're in the class office view, it defaults to an alphabetical list of all of the students in the school. Now that you know where the students are because you've done callback, it might make it a little easier if you can filter and just look for those students who have had anything other than present recorded as their attendance. So we're going to look right now at the students who are marked A. You've done your callback, you now know where those students are, and you're going to go in and change the record to reflect that. So in this daily code column here, you're going to click on that A, and it'll open up a pop-up window. You now know where the student is. So they're absent, but absent excused because there's a reason for their absence. And you're going to go down here and click. In elementary school, we're going to stick with 3 reasons. Either they're sick, so you would click illness. They're on vacation, you'd click vacation. Or you would click Parent Excused, and this is the button you would use if they're at an orthodontist appointment or a dance competition or a hockey tournament. They're with another adult, so it's Parent Excused. So choose the one you want and click OK. And then you need to scroll down a bit and save that record. Now you'll note that it now shows absent excused, parent excused for the AM. If you know from what the parent has indicated to you that that child is going to be away for the entire day, you can actually push that record forward by clicking this little button here and then updating the attendance by saying OK. And you'll notice that it now pushes it across to both AM and PM, indicating that that child is away for the entire day and that we do know where they are. The other option you have if a teacher has marked a student absent is late. So if the student arrives late after the teacher has posted the attendance, you will click on the A. You're going to unclick absent because they are no longer absent. You're going to click late because they are now late. You're going to need to change this to 0, and then you're going to need to add the time that they arrived. So you're going to click add, click arrival, and then put in a time. We're going to go 10:21 a.m. Click OK, and click save. You'll see now that that has converted that child's A into an L for late and time-stamped it at 10:21 a.m., which is the time they arrived or the time that you entered this record. In the afternoon, you're going to go through a similar process. You're going to start by running your post-verification report, and with this one, you just need to make sure that you choose PM this time as your record. Once you've done that, you're going to see which teachers have or have not posted. Get a hold of the teachers, make sure they've posted. Once they've done that, the second report you're going to run as in the morning is the class attendance call sheet. That will then pull up all of the students. From there, you want to filter by just looking for students who've had a change to their attendance. In other words, they're not present. So you're going to go to attendance activity. Once you've run this filter, all the kids who've had a change to their attendance status will show up. Over in the PM column, that's where the teachers have marked a change to their status. Please keep in mind that the AM PM columns are the ones that the teachers use, and the daily code column is the one where you're going to make any changes. So if you look in the PM column, you'll see that this student has a late in the afternoon as well. Go into the daily code, and you'll note that you actually can't add the time and things for a second late. So what we have to do in this case is go over to the note box in the right and just put a note in saying that the student was late in both the AM and the PM, then scroll down and save that record. As you scroll further down, you'll see that this student is absent in the afternoon. So this is a student you're going to have to contact their parents. Once you've done that, you found out where they are, you're going to go over to daily code, click on that, and you are going to change the absent to, you're going to add absent, excused, and just the afternoon, so 0.5, and you're going to put, you have to go back, sorry, and keep the late there because that was the late for the morning for this kid. You're going to choose the reason, in this case illness, and click on that, and then you need to save the record. And you will now see that this student has both a late in the morning and an absent illness in the afternoon. Poor kid's having a tough day.